I got meat stuck in my teeth.
Hey, yo.
Jan Wayne Swayze presents the FREE99 podcast. Be sure to follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Twitch, Instagram. Search FREE99 podcast. Shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to all the listeners.
All y'all.
Jan in the building.
What up?
Hey, Rommel in the building.
Man, life can't get all up in your ass, baby. You better work it out.
Oh, I thought it was ludicrous or something. I am the good homie Gus Customer Service on episode
178.
178 of FREE99 podcast. Rommel, please introduce the special guests.
Blessing us with their presence tonight. We have the dynamic duo behind Daly City's reigning business of the year. An achievement reached within the first year of them opening their doors.
Come on.
Creating a design studio to support and build a community of makers, reminding y'all that just because you aren't there yet doesn't mean you'll never be. Ooh. The Bash Brothers of Branding, tag team champs of imagery, aka the Art Foundation. We got 13 Gallons own Don Kim and Nate Ortiz.
FREE99 podcast. Thank you, 13 Gallons. 13 Gallons.
Thank you.
Amazing. Founding fathers, right?
You know it.
There's more of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one more.
There's one more.
Yeah,
shout out Mondo.
That's three, right? Yeah, that's Owen Hart, Bret Hart,
and Jim the Animal Nightheart.
The Art Foundation.
So, I met Don. What year did I meet Don?
2012, 2013,
yeah.
something like that.
Damn, 10 years. That's a decade ago.
It was a while ago.
We met doing the food truck game.
Yeah.
This is
the beginning.
No, you were in it longer though.
I was. Maybe I don't think so. You were at Kinder's, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this wasn't the We Eatin'.
No.
This was in the food truck.
This is during like working food trucks where I'm like, hey, what's up? What you got? What you got left? He's like, you want something?
Yeah.
We would work Niner games together.
Yeah.
We would work Niner games. We'd do like off the grids, like randomly, like in Berkeley, right next to the park, and then like the park people will come out, like, what's up, food truck?
Coming out like the Thriller video.
Yeah, it was tough. And then what year did you meet Nate?
I don't know. Maybe like 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, 5, 6 years ago. He was actually my downstairs neighbor. And I was living upstairs. And
so he's the people above the stairs, and you're people, the people below the stairs. Keep that shit down.
What's he doing down there? The brooms. And then you go upstairs, and he's like printing shirts. Like, I think this dude's up to something.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We met just as neighbors first, and then when the pandemic hit, we're just like, let's make some bootlegs.
Trying to cook?
Yeah, let's try to cook. Fucking.
You was always designing though.
I was always designing.
Yeah, because I remember after the food truck, you worked at Apple for a little bit.
I did. Yeah. And then I was
less than a year, huh?
It was like about 2 years, but then I just got sick of it. Like I didn't want to.
And you left.
And I left. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, because I honestly didn't want to like work for tech anymore. It was like kind of soul sucking type of.
Well, guess what? Good choice. Because right now people are getting
T-shirts.
Yeah. Straight up, get you put on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants an Insta anymore, but everybody needs a T-shirt.
No, for real. If you think about it though, like, damn, dude, like you kind of dodged a bullet, bro. Like a lot.
You would have got paid out though.
You know what I'm saying?
They probably would have paid you out, right?
For what? For leaving?
Oh well, if you would have got laid off.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Like,
no,
dodging
I'm
that
just
bullet?
saying, like, because then we're seeing folks like losing their jobs left and right,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sorry.
saying? In tech, like,
This is correct.
no mercy, man.
Yeah, this is
They're letting
correct.
everybody go.
Shit's tough out there, man. And then so during the pandemic, you guys started. You remember the first product you guys cooked up together?
Damn, dude.
It's probably ACAB.
Explain.
This was during the whole like George Floyd movement. Like, all cops are bastards. We printed something- allegedly.
But at one point, like, we've like never printed anything.
Yeah.
Like, this is like us like in the garage, like, yo, what are we doing, bro?
Just cooking, just brainstorming.
Like not like just like what do we do to get something on a shirt like today?
Yeah.
And then he cooked up like some crazy logo with MLB logos, like certain teams, and then just
like a flip.
like just spelled out the phrase, and then we're like, all right, let's run with this one color, and then woo woo, and we're like, holy shit, we just printed this shit. It's crazy. We never like made more than 2.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds kind of dope. And limited.
I know, right?
Where'd you what was your first medium? Like, was it silkscreen? Was it DTG?
Oh, it's silkscreen for sure. We went straight into it. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So pretty much like when the pandemic hit, lockdown hit, we started getting stimmies from the government.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Nate, let's make some shirts. I think he mentioned it to me, and I was like, on Facebook Marketplace the next day, I found one for $300, and we just put our money together.
A silk screener?
Yeah, like a single press, 4 color. We just bought it.
Shout out to him for admitting he's on Facebook Marketplace. That's what's up.
Yo, you was honestly, honestly, I think I just bought a pair of Cortez off of there recently. Shout out to Mercari or whatever.
I do fuck with Mercari.
Yeah, I fuck with Mercari.
I do fuck with Mercari.
Tough.
So yeah, like pretty much we just bought it, and it was sitting in our garage for like 2 months or something.
So hold on. So you guys were just sitting out. Since you guys live together, you guys were just sitting out on the stoop wearing masks, and y'all were just like
social distancing.
Yeah, so like 6 feet away.
Not because we was in the same unit. We were
already together.
Anybody else? Yeah,
y'all beat all the video games y'all had, and you were like, "Let's get into screen printing."
Yeah.
What was it though that kind of like drew you to that?
Like for me at least, like my journey was like, I was sick of like digitized, like digital screen, like designing on there, and I wanted to do something with my hands. So like trying to see something that like is kind of in the same kind of lateral as design, but you use your hands. So it's like screen printing. You have to push it, you have to make it, like all that.
The
stuff.
physical art of it.
The physical art of it, because I miss like cooking too. Like being on a screen for 2 years at Apple and all that stuff. It's like, it's draining. Your eyes hurt, all that stuff. Your back hurts from sitting down. So it's like, what does it look like when we're translating design into like tangible products?
I didn't trip off like the cooking aspect. He thought about it like art.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, everything he whipped up for me was delicious. I don't give a fuck. It's like, what you want? I was like, maybe some. I don't know. Yeah. Like, I don't want the basic menu.
We run our line like a kitchen, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's like kind of like when we run our like process and procedure is very much like a high volume catering kitchen, and like it's always like multitasking, multiple orders, and we're just calling shit out to each other, like having each other's back, just like on the line. You know what I mean? Everyone has their station.
Were you in the kitchen before?
I was actually, and that's kind of like how we have like hella similar mindset when it comes to the process and shit. So like, I was working at like, I don't know if you remember Pampalasa over in it was like a Kamayan style Filipino restaurant. It was like
in the city.
Yeah, it was in Soma. It only lasts for a couple years, but it was a pretty dope experience. They were like Michelin rated. Honestly,
really?
Like, bro, I was only there for a couple months. I was at the tail end of the thing, so like folks was stressing, and I was over there just trying to get my check. Yeah. But like before that, like, there was like three other kitchens that I ended up working in with high volume, and it's just like it's cool because you got everyone just trying to get off early and try to get their shit done. And like everyone's like super camaraderie and calling shit out and like in the flow, and all of a sudden like the shift's over, everyone fucking cleaning up this motherfucker.
I miss that shit. Yeah. Like the rush of like in the kitchen, and it's like a lunch rush, and you're fucking I don't know if you ever did like Bishop Ranch.
Oh yeah.
Those suck.
Those suck.
What is that? What's Bishop Ranch?
Bishop Ranch is in San Ramon, and the weather will get to like 101.
Yeah.
Damn.
But then we're inside a food truck that's all made of metal, and we have the grill on, we have the oven on.
So it's like an oven that has a grill and an oven in it.
So it's like 120 inside.
Damn.
Dude, easily.
It's hot, and there's like a line too.
And it's not like a food truck, like a dinner line where you can kind of like chill through it.
Right.
Like people have an allotted time to get their food. So to get your max money, you got to just push them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of suck. Those was ass. Yeah. And that drive was ass too.
Yeah, it's all
fuck this
just
drive.
ass to ass ass experience. Right there.
Ass to mouth.
Hey, yo.
Cradle to the grave.
Hey, yo, watch it, man. So, I mean, you're comparing a lot of parallels with being in the kitchen, right?
That's fucking dope.
I mean, like, also just kind of outside of it, after like a hard day at work, do you guys have something similar to like a family meal? Do you guys all go?
Carl's Jr. You got a Carl's Jr.
Hey, yo, don't shout him out.
All right.
Hey, shout out to KFC for these overly sweet fucking freezies.
Syrup heavy.
Yeah.
No, when we up, like, we have this thing called Food Week. So, like,
No.
Run that back. I have to
you're
really
gonna have to get through these giggles, man, because I'm really interested in this shit.
This is like the inner workings of like Top of the Hill Daly
Yeah.
City.
This is how you get business of the year.
no, we just, like, you know, the company pays for our meal type of thing. Like, when we're up, you know.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, what kind of thing? Because, you know, I've been to some companies where they pick
Oh,
up
it's
stuff.
Uber Eats,
It's
bro.
Uber
It's
Eats.
Uber Eats.
That's
It's
$6 bowls.
Big dollar shit, dog.
Staff knows is lit that week. Oh yeah, you know we up. Like everyone get like we ain't got to worry about food this week.
Yeah.
Like
You don't
Name
feel-
Don got that shit.
Yeah, for real.
You
know
don't feel. Wait, sorry.
Did you print other than at Top of the Hill, at the house, right?
Yeah, we printed out of our garage at first.
And then with Top of the Hill is the first like your own location.
Yep.
Backstory about Top of the Hill. I don't know if you guys heard of them, but Brett and Oz, that used to be there.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yep. That's fam.
I got Brett in that spot.
Oh, shit.
That spot was a clothing store at first. So the Brett and Oz was in the back, and then there was a clothing store in the front, and that middle part was supposed to be a tattoo.
Oh,
Probably,
shit.
you know where that fake wall is?
Oh,
Yeah, that was supposed to be like a tattoo
I see.
like area, but they couldn't get the
Permitting or something?
they couldn't get the hair around open wounds to pass. They didn't think that out. But
Hairy
I
situation.
I got Brett in, and then 'cause I introduced him to there was a Japanese cat that ran it before. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then Brett got Oz, but I used to go to them at Harvey's when it was down over by
when they were
10.
kinda there? I see.
Yeah.
Was that also another screen printing spot? or-
No, they were barbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they were the barbers, and then when everyone kind of left, they took over like the whole barber thing, and then they kind of like they passed it off, like because after Brett and them, they called it the motherfucking shop, right? It was
Yeah,
what was it
the
called?
MF shop.
The MF shop, the motherfucking shop. It was a motherfucking shop. They left, and then someone else backfilled. Like, there's some other barbers, and then there was like a record store at one
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Oh, it was a record store.
Moochie. Shout out Moochie.
Sheesh, right?
Yeah. Nah, he was B's, like, little brother, pretty
Okay.
much.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out to you, Moochie.
Yeah.
Brett's little brother.
Yeah.
Brett's little brother, yeah. I don't think they're related, but they're just homies. But
Oh, we're cousins.
he got us in there pretty much, yeah. And then there was a record shop, and then
Yeah.
us, and then another barber shop. Yeah.
I remember going like there's like a performance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
came
yeah.
up Cav.
Yeah. Shout out to Fan Biz, man. And then now it's all you guys now, right? Yep. You guys took over the whole spot. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's a lot of space.
Yeah.
That's a lot of space.
We need more.
We need more space.
That's not a bad
man.
thing, bro.
Damn.
We busting at the seams already, man.
Hey,
I know
man.
that feeling.
You've been putting in some work in that Facebook marketplace.
It's working.
So, all right. So, just to recap, you started off with one screen print machine, right?
$300 off a
$300
Facebook Marketplace.
off of, and then or OBO probably, or best offer. I'm sure you had to probably pick that shit up yourself or something.
No,
Oh,
facts.
yeah. That stone's
During,
throw.
that sounds like during the pandemic with mask on, 6 feet apart, and then so now, how many machines are we talking about?
Oh man,
We have
So
three.
Three.
Three screen printing.
Yeah, we have we're still using that
OG one?
OG press.
Hey.
Oh, that's
and
like a $1 bill you got to hang up by the
know,
front
for
door.
real.
Yeah.
We have two octopus presses, and then now embroidery.
Yeah.
Embroidery.
Ocho?
Full
You got two
embroidery
Ochos?
machines.
Yeah, two Ochos.
ESPN the Ocho.
I wonder.
Embroidery?
I wonder if that old machine gets jealous, looking at the embroidery machine, like working on all the hats. She was like, I used to be the fucking belle of the ball.
Yeah.
Well,
you wouldn't be here, bitch, if
Yeah.
I wasn't here first.
I was the first galleon, y'all.
Don't
real.
forget.
Yeah.
You know what's tight about it is kind of everyone treats it that way, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so that press is kind of an open press for anybody to come in and use. So like, if you have like,
you
we have
holding
a
her
lot,
out, bro.
like a lot of our staff, they like doing custom prints on like vintage clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that press is always open for them to make a screen and then just like start printing on some shit. And usually the case is like when we're printing our orders, like our big like curing machine, our conveyor belt ovens going to cure these shirts. And I mean, it's not used every single minute of the day. So like print a shirt, throw it in, woo woo, you know?
Do you have a name? Do you have a name for her?
Yeah.
Oh damn, we don't, man.
No?
We don't.
That's all right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a machine.
The machine.
Yeah, the machine. Man, so business of the year. That
how the fuck that happened?
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen?
How'd you get on their radar?
Yeah, did the people before you get motherfucking business of the year?
Motherfucker, not the motherfucking.
I think it starts off with like the people just voting our people in. Like I don't think we even get sought out, like even looked at if it's like, you know, the old regiment in Daly City. You know what I'm saying? Like you walk through City Hall and it's like, all right, I see all these like old city council folk people like on the photos, and it doesn't represent the actual community.
Nah,
so,
they
like,
have sharp shoulder pads on.
So
them
until like the last, like what
90-degree angles.
Yeah, Kurt angles of his Kurt angles. Shut up, Kurt
angled up. You have to be here earlier for that one, guys.
But like
angled up.
Last 7 to 10 years, like you just start seeing like more representation of like brown folks, and like, hey man, like if it wasn't for like the people of Daly City, young people voting, like we wouldn't. Honestly, it would be somebody else.
I would say in the past 3 years,
that's dope.
That's probably the best representation in Daly City that's been shown from the Daly City Hall. You know
he's talking about Easter Sunday.
Whoa, yo, hey, yo,
no, he's not. Because, he's talking about
Easter. Guys.
Am I right?
Yeah, you right as fuck, dog.
He's talking about. Shout out to Joe Coy, man. If you want to throw me some change, I'll take it.
It's good to see people from Daly City get recognition for the work that they do in Daly City.
In Daly City,
not use Daly City as as their fucking jumping. You know, as a trampoline, because there's a lot of Filipinos in that bitch.
You're from LA, though.
I'm from LA.
Yeah. DK Drift.
How long you been living
Drift
here?
King
though?
is from LA.
13 years.
Do you have any LA hats?
All the gallons.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. There you go. That's it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
13 gallons.
That's all that matters. No, I mean, but business of the year, man. It's like fuck. It's like you said though. It's kind of like a new regime or a new time for Daly City, and it's about time that they kind of see what you have and just the message that you have about building a community of makers.
Yeah,
right?
No, that part was dope to me when I see y'all get recognized, and I had to really digest, and I was like, wow, Don's really out here. Like I knew him, so I apologize.
No,
you know what I mean? It's like Don's really out here. I was like, fucking Don, blood. Damn.
No, but this is true though. Like you never seen like in the '90s, Shirteek was like, "Yo, I'm about to fucking blow all these people up and shit."
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Shirteek never took that. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are putting a light to the creator. Shirteek was like over here. Nah, Shirteek is over here kicking themselves in the ass. Like, yo, that could have been us, man.
I seen a gold-blooded shirt at Shirteek, and it was not Evan's shit. I was like, oh.
And the guy was like, you like?
They probably pulled out the malls now. You know what I mean?
Middle of the mall, like how there's middle of the mall chain. That's some middle of the mall shirts, but it's made to order.
But it's another thing versus like, you know, taking people's money and doing their work for them versus creating a community of makers. What made you want to take that kind of route?
I think when he was telling like how we first started, like the way we saw it too is, man, like there's this void of having this type of business here within this like 30-mile radius, like that's dedicated or that's I mean
that's open to the community kind of like.
I mean open to the community, like I mean, like that's kind of we started streetwear centric, right? And we wanted to push like the skill of printing first, even though we were still developing our skill at the time. But all our friends are DJs.
Steel sharpens steel, though,
they
right?
They work in kitchens. They all have small businesses. Yeah. Nobody has anyone to go to, like a go-to person for merch. So like when we're starting, like, why did we choose screen printing? Well, damn, dude, this is a problem here. Like, that's what's going to turn dollars, and everybody else can make dollars at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of genius, right? Because at first it's kind of like cooks, right? People like will show kind of like a spotlight on a dish and like, oh, here's the restaurant. But now you see cooks who live like fucking rock stars, and you guys are some of the first. I don't know any other business who does create. that actually have like a persona behind that.
Holy shit, Don. Holy shit. For real.
It's true though, right?
I think to answer your question too, it's like it's kind of our values too. Like we're community centric and we like supporting our friends because like they're all artists too, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it just made sense because initially we started it off as, we're just gonna make bootleg shirts and sell it on the corner at Cordova or something.
Yeah, I would have bought it.
It's some hot boy shit, right?
Yeah.
Just on some hot boy shit.
But then it's like, you know,
Cordova is our local
corner store.
The corner store,
yeah.
So then
That's
he
some
was
city
like,
shit. Yeah.
So then our neighbor across the street, they have like their daughters have like a volleyball team, and we started printing for their volleyball team, and we're like, okay, let's just pivot and like do a service base instead of like selling merch.
And like 90% of our like clients and customers are all business owners or nonprofit. Like
they're all the homies.
Like,
I mean,
and they're homies.
Yeah.
Too,
I
so.
mean, you know what they say, that money's out there to be made, right?
Oh,
and you guys
for
are just
sure.
kind of finding where to get that money. That's crazy though, because you guys could have made so many Jimmy Garoppolo shirts.
You can make Raider shirts now.
exactly.
Sell them in Vegas. Sell them in
Just
Vegas.
color it in.
Whatever big concerts come in, just bootleg a bunch of fucking like Summer Jam shirts. Fuck it.
So I know you guys have
Time.
been, you guys know each other for like about 5 years, right? Gus and I have known each other for
a year.
a year.
2 years?
2 years. Hard.
Well,
Say it one time. Hard.
Well done.
Right. So I mean, like you guys,
Well
you
done.
guys kind of get to know each other, minus the third, right? There's a third person as well. So for every time we have a guest, you like to play a little game with them.
There it is.
All right. So I want to ask you guys a couple questions, and we're gonna call this game "Partners in Crime." I want to redact that though because I didn't know there was a third. So we'll say the Three Musketeers. Made that up on the spot.
Shout out Mondo, man.
Shout out Mondo, man.
Mondo. All right. First question: who amongst the three of you is better at basketball?
Oh, that's me for sure.
All right. Yeah, I know.
He's towering everyone at least 8 feet.
Nate, do you mind standing up? By the way, you told me you went to school for
You don't have to stand up.
kinesiology.
You can be as tall as Shaq.
Drop out.
You went to school for kinesiology.
Stand up, man. I'm gonna get out of the frame. Bro.
Look at that. He's like.
That's all midsection, folks. That's all midsection.
Look at this shit.
Diesel.
And then Don's up here like, I worked in a food truck. Completely my bad.
belly,
Which actually leads to the next question. Who's a better cook?
Ooh, good question.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun, dun.
I'll give that to Don.
All right.
I have one real quick.
Go.
Who's the last one to leave the shop?
That's not. I mean,
Armando.
I've been slipping lately. So
It's not you that's slipping, it's your shoulder.
Mondo.
Shout out to Mondo.
Yeah, shout out to Mondo, man. All right, who shows up late all the time? Mondo.
I was gonna point to you real quick, bro, but
because he's quitting.
it's me now because I'm doing that commute,
He's
man.
in that community.
Shout out to the
You feel me?
707.
But now what's tight is like we're like staggering the day, so like we're open longer. You know what I mean?
Shit,
I'm
that's
like, damn,
look at you
productivity
guys,
on 10,
dude. That's a business.
Dude, for
Working as a
real.
team.
Night shift.
All right, here you go. Now let's go. Let's get into the weeds. All right. Who screen prints better on hoodies?
This guy. This guy.
Oh,
Dude.
He's the screen master.
dude.
It's
That's
the
what-
print
That's why
master.
he threw out
why,
his, his shoulder,
That's
right?
right, man.
He threw
It
out
has
his
to do with
shoulder.
basketball, bro. You got the longer arms and shit. Just like one smooth motion.
Hit him with the shoulders.
I like how you like singled out the hoodie though because it's different. It's different when you screen print a
Depends how
shirt
heavy that
and a
hoodie is.
It's
Yeah.
different.
What's the ounces on that?
It's for real,
Pocket, no
man.
pocket. Zipper, no zipper. What are we talking about?
Is it fleece or coton? All right. So who screen prints better on shirts?
He's just
man.
he's
Yeah?
God. He's God.
Oh, damn! The Sultan of screen printing.
Yeah.
I have one. Who would most likely come to the office to work with food already?
I know y'all both shut up. Y'all both shut up with fast food. I'm not gonna shout
Not
you out,
Mondo,
Carlos.
bro. That Mondo V to go.
Yeah.
all
You don't fuck
day,
with
man.
Claire's?
We
Oh,
do,
we do.
but they close
Early.
early.
Yeah.
Like you gotta.
What's Claire's?
It's a Filipino
It's right
restaurant
next
that's
door.
right next door. That's Turo Turo. Like everything is done
So-
once.
I was talking about like the
And she
place you get
runs
your
it.
ears
So I-
pierced at, dog. I was like, at the mall?
I got. So my girl's family in like Union City, they all are foodies, and they always tell me their puto at Claire's
Legit. The
is-
cuchinta and the
is-
puto.
Is that how you say it? Cuchinta?
Cuchinta. It's like cuchi inta.
I say cuchinta.
I could be fucking it
No,
up.
I like that. No. We don't have any Filipino version. We're like,
sorry.
Well, I like how you say it.
I was like,
The
man,
puto.
that reach all the way to the East Bay like that, man. And I'm like, yo, they're like right next door to us. That's crazy.
But you got to pre-order it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only you could catch hitters like on like a Saturday if they made too much and it's just laying out. But you got to be there early. I'm over there at Top Wash doing laundry before. Like, I got all this shit. I got the cassava cake. I got all that shit.
Damn, I don't know, man. Now, I mean, shout out to 13 Gallons, but I'm just gonna go over there to try to check out this. Oh, there's puto bong bong, bro. Yeah. All right, so next question: who's better with doing the books?
Damn, Mondo.
Yeah.
Mondo
he be
Torres.
on
Shout out
top
to
of it.
Mondo.
Mondo, look at Mondo's
I
getting
know.
his flowers. Ain't he?
Yeah, Mondo right here. Man. Shout out to Mondo,
Yeah, shout out to
man.
Mondo. All right, who is the more artistic one?
Oh,
Drift King right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
All right, who's better at Street Fighter?
Shit.
damn, dude.
Holy Mondo, bro.
Mondo with the
I don't. Man, it's been a minute since that's.
I only asked.
That's an old head question because they young.
know.
I asked if Street Fighter 6 comes out at midnight, and I'm playing that bitch.
Because we don't got consoles like that, so we be on like, bro, we was on Call of Duty Mobile, like
Sniper.
like Magic the Gathering Mobile.
Holy shit.
Zach, be honest. Is the reason why you guys pick your spot? Is there a Pokemon stop right near there?
There is.
is it really?
Our mural
Yeah.
on the garage door turned into a Pokestop. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's.
Did they ask you first, or
Nah, someone just made it.
that's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
They
But
knew
then
what
also
they were doing.
it brings like foot traffic. And
yeah.
stuff.
But it looked like Pokemon. If you look outside and with that bus stop,
Just like just like on the phone,
early in the morning. Like, yep. Early in the morning.
Last
Critters.
question: who is funnier?
I was like, this guy.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
This
well,
guy's pretty
I was
funny.
against
that. Bro, you racking it up,
Yeah,
dog.
he got all the
It ain't
points.
about the points.
I think that's.
man.
Hey, look at that. We talk about practice.
Bruh. They said all the screens.
Yo, this guy's catching a triple double. And
What's your favorite medium to screen print on?
Man, I mean,
Dude, we've been just experimenting.
we've been trying a lot of things. Like we're gonna do lighters soon.
Yeah.
Like physical
like Bics?
goods.
Like big.
Physical goods.
That's
Yeah.
what's
what's
up.
big? Can you guys school me on that one?
Big's a lighter. Like,
lighter?
Oh,
The regular
lighters.
lighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a type of fucking like. Bro, I was like Prince. I was like, oh, this is technical as fuck.
Big, like a big lighter.
But they do like pens and shit too. But like we're
Oh, yeah,
trying
big pens.
to, we're gonna start experimenting with pad printing soon.
Sharpie would be the one to go.
Yeah, so
Sharpies.
right?
So you're gonna be doing like your own stationery. I'm assuming for other accounts, and that just kind of opens everything up.
Yeah, we just bought these machines. They're called pad printers, but it could print on like concave surfaces. So like
Concave is turned. Thank you for I'm turned. That surface is turned. I don't use words like that.
so like
Shit was
like
turned.
fucking bottles or whatever.
Like a
you
good
know?
example is
Yeah,
the flume.
the flume,
there.
right, yeah.
Like the print on that is pad printing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Show them what your flume look like.
it looks like this. and, and the ink is coming off. So not only is it pad printing, it is bad printing. So,
He mouthed that thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wipe that down in a minute.
Yeah, if I keep hitting this flume, I have to meet its parents. You know what I'm saying? So,
But I guess another like puff print, like we're trying to like just
puff
see
print
how
is, like,
far
big, right?
like we could take it. Like we're there's a lot of good printers doing puff print now. There's
Yeah.
a lot of like educational videos out there to teach
Like
how
that
to do
shit
it at
chunky.
home.
yeah.
Yep.
But like we're trying to start doing design and texture onto like a puff layer, which I'm getting really really technical at this point.
No,
so-
I'll fuck
No,
with
that's
it.
You know what I mean?
No, we've
But,
lost
like,
the casual
I know.
listeners. We're all
I'm
the
with it.
technical motherfuckers.
I'm
You
with
know,
it.
but like we're like, cause man, I've been to like Disneyland and I'm like looking through all these
Spirit
stores,
jersey?
Dude.
and I'm like looking at shirts, bro. Like
jerseys.
I'm like going to fucking like store to store just to like learn what's folks are doing.
They're like,
now, you know?
And how much they spending on that shit.
Yeah.
bro.
Dude,
Bread,
can
bro.
you imagine the cashier? They're like,
Long
we have this
sleeve,
tall
one
man
color,
with it, rubbing the spirit
I
shirt
know.
on his face.
Taking pictures of the tag on the inside.
So I mean, like, I'm sure with all of these printings, you see kind of like the different trends, right? Over dyed shirts.
Yep.
With the essentials, like you see like
Remember that
oversized
bleach shit people were doing for a minute?
You talking about like hyper? What is it?
No, when they're just bleaching a shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it'd be a vintage shirt and they'll start bleaching it.
Yeah, I've seen that with like flannels. They just bleach them. And by say that, I mean I bought one at a fair.
I mean, you have a couple in the
And then,
tuck.
and then I stopped wearing it because it just looked like somebody came all over it.
You have a couple in your Amazon cart.
I was like, why does this not look cool at home? You ever do that shit? You see it at a street fair? Like, yo, I'm gonna rock this. And then you buy it, you're like, it just looks like Jack and the Beanstalk just came over. Yeah.
This flannel does not fit the way I envisioned it.
And so you guys are doing like different prints on flannels too, right?
Well, I mean, we've done jeans, man.
Jeans?
We've done like.
Have you ever done tuxedos?
Oh man, nah.
I got one for you.
Yeah, let's burn it.
Let's run it.
Jeans, huh?
Jeans.
Yeah, and it's interesting because that was like we were in the garage when Don prototyped like a pair of jeans for Ego did.
Yeah.
What's Ego did?
He's like a local artist from Berkeley.
Oh, I think you guys
Light Flex.
shout him out too, right? He's the singer,
He's not a singer.
rapper.
He's just
Violinist,
like
sorry.
He's an artist. He
He's
does
an
a lot of
artist,
murals
yeah.
and
Oh, an
paintings,
artiste,
and
yeah.
then he has his own clothing line. But he was featured on Hype Beast, and
Dope.
he actually got one of our prints on like featured on there.
Oh, shit,
right?
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, no shout out to us or what. It was all his vision.
But it was
and,
your
like,
work,
all
though.
But early on, we was like, that's high, man. You know? But
There we are. There we are.
Garage with the one machine.
basically, like the
out here.
Levi's jeans just came out with the flower print, the floral print on there. You know, so at that time, like they wanted to achieve something similar, but with the mushroom, like the spores of the mushroom, like underneath the mushroom.
see you.
But the idea was like, all right. How do we screen? Once you have a screen, it's the same thing over and over again. So it's going to look really repetitive. Mm-hmm. He developed a way where we could get a full print with only just using two screens.
Yeah. So it's like an infinite pattern kind of type of thing.
How many colors? Just two colors.
Just
right?
one color.
Just one color.
Yeah.
But
It's like all over print on the jeans, so like from top to bottom.
Do you think that's a trip though?
That's oversized. That's oversized, right? It had to be oversized.
Yeah, not really.
We were able you could take any jean and then we were able to use that pattern on it, and it could be already constructed. It could be any size. That was kind of the beauty of it, and like we were at that point.
That's science right there.
We were literally in the garage, like with like this foldable table with like this dude selling like his paintings for like at least $1,000 each, because that is.
Well, let me tell you
we were
guys.
just shook, you know. We were like, all right, this is tight. Shout out to Casey for like throwing the alley oop on that.
Did he come up with the
Grams?
idea?
Grams.
Yeah, that
Shout out to
was
Casey.
all their ideas.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because it's. I was about to say it's kind of a trip, man. Like just having a trend start from a screen printer, right? But like you said, it was just kind of putting that vision of an artist to fruition. Yeah. But
Oh, and
you're
let
part of
me
that.
correct. I think those jeans were for Grams, not for
It's for Grams,
but
yeah.
Niche from that's his name.
Okay, got
Ego
you, got
did.
you.
He designed it and was there every step of the way. So I just want to clarify that bit.
Have you ever kind of like thought about doing your own line, or I know that you guys
had a
do.
line.
Yeah, you guys do have like a shop on your website.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just want to dial in the screen printing, and I feel like once we're fully there, we could go into the whole starting a brand thing. Yeah.
But the thing is, we always have this creative itch, and usually if we're not putting out merch, is because like we're just slammed with orders, customer
Yeah.
orders, and
That's fucking amazing.
So it's whenever we could find like a window to do it. But honestly, we're gonna drop a full collection pretty soon. We're not like, oh yeah.
I kind of like that approach though, because with that approach of printing, but then also having that creative itch,
You got some
it's
shit
almost
to
as
go.
if you guys are just trying to get your 10,000 hours in, so you can make your own. My Jesus!
Look at that. Look at that.
So yep.
You see this? This should get you the key to the city.
Where the sun don't shine.
Fucking ill, yo.
Cream on gold stitching on cream is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, but that shit it goes, dog.
Yeah. This one.
And then so we've been running this a lot. So if you
I'm calling this one, guys. Sorry, I'm calling this one, guys.
We can have these.
Sorry. Yes, I called it already.
So this hat, the duck camo one in particular, we've been experimenting with this particular like technique. So Mondo, our head embroiderer, he kind of created a fake embossed type of print or
Say one more time.
embroidery. So, you know how like there's embossed printing,
Right,
and then they use like the heat presses and the molds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a pseudo.
Exactly, but very expensive equipment to do that. But there's ways to achieve it on embroidery using
I like this.
just a simple. They call it a triple run stitch, and damn, I wish Armando was here to fucking tell y'all. He
Armando,
would be like,
you better
we
come
gonna have
next
to
time.
run this episode like this show back.
Yeah, we'll have to
with
run
him,
this
man.
back.
Maybe we might have to do it at the shop.
Do it at the show.
Run that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And can I
good
print something on
idea.
that OG mama? Yo, this is crazy, dude.
This hat-
You guys, thank you, man.
Yeah, just bring the tuxedo and we'll print it.
I hope you guys like cummerbunds.
But yeah, like a lot of people, like this is a very affordable hat to get if you're like a starting off with a brand.
Yeah.
Like we always recommend for like first time brand owners, like, hey, I have this cool idea. I want to put it out.
Yeah.
I'll see what my friends think, and then I'll do a small run. We hear it all the time. So
What's your minimum? What are the
24.
minimum?
24 is the minimum.
of any medium,
any design.
But it has to be like 25, like 24 hats, 24 shirts.
Yeah, so
yeah, you
So
gotta
you
keep
do
it in the same
24
length.
shirts, different size.
Yeah, then the way a lot of screen printers or like embroidery shops will do it is like, all right, like it could be the same
This is
logo,
mine.
Yeah.
but if it's on a hat and a shirt, you consider that two different designs,
Right.
So, but yeah, it's 24 minimum per design.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely want to highlight this because then at the end of the day, like we know what all our clients are trying to do, and they're trying to like build their business, build
Yeah.
their brand,
Right.
And like
I need to talk
it's
to you about something.
starting off, you gotta go
talk to you about
with
something.
low cost and like build that capital.
Is that? And Gus, you could probably answer this question because you
He ran. He had a company.
We had a company, but we had our
Separate
printing,
company. We had two separate companies.
We had finally hip. Shout out to PB. I love you.
Shout out to the F
Motherfucker.
word.
One of the
F-word.
one of the best well dressed men on IG. We had a finally hip, and all of our shirts basically came from like bumfuck nowhere, and they would come out and they'd be printed. And then when we kind of went to the cut and sew, we did the whole Alibaba thing, but we never got consulting. And that's what it sounds like you guys are doing with newer brands. Does that happen when you go to print at places? Do they consult?
So the way when I was doing the brand, I consulted with older brands. I would, and that's who you have, right? Like I'd fuck with Mike at True, Hero, or shout out to Randy from Ocean Malasadas when he had his store Infinite.
Delicious malasadas, by the way.
Yeah, delicious motherfuckers. And then I would chop game with him to learn the game because they already had a store, and this is like 2008,
right?
2008. Like they had a store downtown. So yeah, you would consult brands, but you're like a one-stop shop.
Yeah,
like,
you guys, right?
Come chop game with us. See how we're cooking, and figure out how you could add to the menu.
Yeah.
But not only that, but this is free game y'all are handing out.
Yeah, and I think it's at the end of the day, it kind of makes our job easier, right?
Yeah.
Like because we have to do a lot of communicating with our client. We want to make
Right.
sure the order's right.
Yeah.
So I think if we kind of cut to the chase, like, hey, you're trying to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's get there. And it kind of makes the conversation piece on figuring out what they want to do a lot easier. You remove the anxiety of trying to figure out them trying to get the lowest price from
Right, work around that
and us
budget.
trying to get the highest price from them.
If y'all did
Yeah.
drop
You know?
shipping,
Take that shirt.
you don't want to do
do
that shit. I know, but if y'all did it though,
That's such a wild approach, man. Because like, even without saying it, I mean, obviously it is kind of your moniker, but you are building a community of creators with each step. You know what I'm saying? From even like price pointing like their blanks to make sure that they make the most money. That's so fucking wild to me, man.
But if you look at it too, it's also they're getting fed by their homies. So it's a cycle, right?
cycle.
It's
Yeah.
they created their own ecosystem.
Yes.
For what they did. Like you go there, and then you can create on your own shit, and you get a job, and you get, oh look, corporate wants some shit. Can you do this shit? Like yeah, run it, and then it keeps everything in the same circle. Like the whole family eats from what they do.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing. Daly City, motherfuckers.
Man, I don't know who's gonna be competing for 2023 business of the
Yeah.
year.
Nah, we'll run it
my
back
vote.
again.
Shit.
Exactly. You better watch out, Jolly.
You're going back. If you're going back to
Motherfucker.
back, Going back to back.
I'll be honest with you guys though. If Jollibee brings back the corned beef pandesals,
that is not coming back.
No, I'm just saying if they bring it back, they have my vote. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm from Daly City. I'm from here. But those things,
they only have spam now, or what?
No, they got rid of all that shit.
Don't remind me of the pain, dog. Yeah. That's why they're not business of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Where you from? Where you from, Nate?
Vallejo. I grew up in Vallejo.
You're from the V originally.
The last and then I just recently moved back a couple months ago. But since I was 18, I lived here for about 10 to 12 years.
What'd you do for school? Did you go to school out here?
Yeah, I went to SF State for a couple years and then dropped out. And then, I ended up getting a park and rec job here. And since then,
Daly City or San Francisco?
Daly City. And
shout out to Ray Reyes.
No, for real.
That's my motherfucker.
No, for real.
What's up, Jeanette?
Hey, real talk. Ray and Jeff, dude.
Shout out to Jeff, man.
They put me on.
You know what his DJ name is?
Who? Which one?
Jeff.
Oh,
is it Rex and Effects?
No, it's Deaf man. Jeff because he can't hear in one ear.
Oh, that's
no, right? You know Jeff.
That's new information to me.
I heard that from him.
That's Jeff. You know what? That's like the Yin Yang twins being handicapped. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Man,
that money wasn't handicapped.
Let me whisper in your ear.
Daly City Parker, right?
Yeah, they. What
was your first site?
It was
Margate.
It was Daniel Webster.
Oh, over by Seton.
Yeah. And then so Daniel Webster, I was coaching football there.
The flag football?
Flag football. And then ended up going to Panorama and I did the rounds. I went kind of everywhere. And then since then I ended up calling Bayshore home for 7 years.
Wow.
And Ray and Jeff really put me up to ranks over there and it led me into, more opportunities with Daly City and it's always been. And so I've been
you fell in love with the community,
man.
You raised a lot of kids out here,
real, man.
Park and Rec people. I have a big place in my heart because no lie, I met my wife at GW at the after school program. My homeboy worked there, and then my nephew was my godson was a kid there, so I just go there to kick it.
Government snacks, bro.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, no. Yeah, shout out to Parker Rec, man.
Let's talk about them government snacks. What are some government snacks?
Man, juice boxes,
yeah.
bro.
No label?
You get the trio, the orange juice, the apple juice, and then the mixed berry.
Graham crackers. You get the little teddy bear graham crackers.
Graham crackers are the best, man. I know I used to get packs of saltines and try to fit 8 of them motherfuckers in my mouth.
You know what's weird to me? Those orange. Everyone counted.
Damn, dog. You did more than the meat in your mouth, dog. I say he was damn.
That was 8? No, 8 though, right?
Y'all was just yep, this regular.
And then he's I need to go back to the V, dog.
So
we don't do this shit in the V, dog.
Bro, we got cheesies, bro. We got cheesies.
Yeah.
He said
big
damn. He fucking enunciated all of those letters, dog.
There's only 4 of them. There's only 8 syllables.
Yeah, exactly.
You heard the end.
Anyway, so saltine crackers.
I don't know. That's it.
Man. So, I mean,
you won.
Yeah. You won the fucking podcast, man. I hope you're happy. You won the game. You won the podcast.
All the goldfish.
So, I mean, what else do you guys have brewing other than these fucking dope ass hats and finding triple stitch?
So embroidery, silk screen,
and design
and consulting as far as getting it art ready.
Oh, that just comes with it. It just comes with it.
That comes with it. And then soon moving on to stationery and saltine crackers.
Yeah.
Saltine crackers.
Man, I don't know what to say, man. You guys are fucking doing it, bro.
Thank you.
I want to know, when did you move from LA?
2010.
And was it straight to Chairman Bao?
Straight to the truck.
Damn.
After 3 months, straight to the truck, bro.
What was your fondest memory about the truck?
Dude, flipping belly, man. I would flip pork belly every day for 9 years.
That was
We were like 4 years in, like I gotta get this motherfucker. I gotta get out this motherfucker.
and then
I was like that.
And then they opened up in the L's.
And the L's, and I
that's
started.
right.
That was rough. I only went there once, and I was like, I can't swim through this every day, dog.
I was there every day, man. At Pandora, then to Larkin. Yeah, I was there every day, man.
You went back.
Yeah,
I went back. I left Apple and then went back to the truck.
And they're like,
They're like,
we knew you'd come back.
Yeah.
Well.
This ain't
If it isn't Mr. Pork Belly himself.
The shirt's a little faded, but he still has it. He still has the shirt.
They probably gave him his old ass apron with a little fucking oil on it. Put that shit on.
I think he went back one more time. Like, I got my business now.
Yeah. You should go back like, actually, I'm here to see if you need any stationery, bitches.
Come calling about your paper needs.
Exactly. Who the fuck is the chairman now,
I know
man?
you need cups. Where's your cups, man?
I see that shirt's a little dull. Need some
Not the
ink.
clam chowder, man.
So, do you have a favorite design or a favorite project you guys
Logo's
did?
chunky. Who did this?
I did that.
You did this?
Yeah.
What was the name of your brand before? Come on, man.
Noblesse obliged.
It was 14 gallons. Like, no, we gotta cut this shit down. What was it called?
It's called Avarice, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I did that straight out of high school, and then when I moved up here, I still had that too. But
Nice.
You had a hat that you had embroidered. I was like, hey, where's your Cruiser Connect?
Oh,
Everybody
yup,
kept bugging me
yup.
about that. What hat was that?
that was, I don't even remember, man. That was in LA. I did that in LA.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Dog's been grinding, man. Did you go to School of the Arts?
I went to CCA, California College of the Arts.
Where's that at?
It's downtown next to fuck, I don't even remember.
Is that shit even there
Mission Bay.
anymore?
It's still there.
Okay.
They have an Oakland campus too, but I went to the one out here. I also dropped out too.
Hey, but you're doing it though.
Yeah.
Hey, Kanye was a dropout.
He's doing amazing.
Yeah, you got a girl look like his old girl.
I still play his music.
I still play his music. I still
play his
listen to.
music.
But do you listen to R. Kelly?
No.
See, that's hard. That's a
But
hard.
only Fiesta with Jay-Z. That's the only one I let run.
You know what? You're a dirty dog.
Yeah, I'll go there.
I'll listen
Not
to Michael
Space Jam,
Jackson.
I believe. Because I saw it playing. I was like, man, isn't that R. Kelly? I believe.
Yeah,
I can fly.
yeah.
I can fly. Yeah. Space Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space Jam.
That's why they made a second one. Like, yo, fuck this.
Who's singing that one? John Legend.
Probably some other.
Believe him hella dry. John Legend be a dry motherfucker.
Yeah, he does.
Hella crunchy.
Yeah, man. Thank you for what you're doing to the community, and
Just amazing, man.
yeah,
Like,
it's very amazing.
and it started during the pandemic is what I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Like, they got their stimmies and they wasn't like, they didn't like, hey, let's go get cocaine and hookers. They were like, no, let's go buy a silkscreen.
He's like,
let's be
yeah.
realistic.
But they're like, while you're on the Facebook Marketplace, see if there is cocaine and hookers. I think there's a tab for that. I mean, it's
I ended up buying a silkscreen instead.
no, I said a woman in silk.
Cocaine. Not silkscreen.
Cocaine. I think. I think, like you guys were saying outside, like, you know, you guys had your kind of vision, and this was a hard fucking pivot. But look where that fucking pivot went, and you kind of. Damn, I mean, like this guy is just fucking going hard in the paint. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Pointed
Hard in the paint is a great, like, I'm going hard in the paint right now.
Yeah, going hard in the paint. I mean, because, you know, like, because you're a basketball player. But I mean, like,
pushing actual paint, bro.
but I mean, like, you guys are fucking doing it, man. I'm excited to see not only what other techniques you develop and what better techniques you develop.
Immortal techniques.
Ooh, he's a little too heavy for me. Like, yo, man. Yeah, I don't want
Kinda
my
went there, huh?
I don't want my CSNBC in my fucking Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's exciting to see where you guys are gonna go. The brands you're gonna help build, and just kind of like that footprint you put in Daly City, man. So keep it going, man.
No, right on. Appreciate it,
Really.
man.
Thank you.
I'm just tripping out because I used to steal food from his food truck. He was like, "Hey, what do you want? Spicy chicken?" or I'd be like, "Make me whatever you're gonna have."
Yeah.
Those pickled carrots was the shit.
Oh yeah, that's my
Those pickled
favorite.
carrots.
Did you just give him a bun full of pickled carrots? I was like, yo.
No, there was a white girl that worked with us that would just bug and like would go there with a jar like, "Hey, could you hook it up?" They were like, "Yeah, fucking pickled carrot." Fucking pickled.
Those were the days.
Working at Niner Game was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Cause like if you didn't have to like worry about the money, you just go fuck around and get drunk.
just
Cause
chill.
people would hit us up to like bring stuff in for them.
Oh, yeah.
I never did it, but
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
they come in and they look at how much bread you have and they walk right back out. They don't check the fridges for bottles. Allegedly.
Or bodies. Y'all could just sneak somebody.
Did y'all do the Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake concert there?
I wasn't there, but I think so.
That was a
Candlestick?
Yeah, it was the last
I had a
concert.
ticket to that. I was there, bro.
I worked that shit.
Yeah.
I got hella people in because literally the vendors passes was just like a lanyard.
Oh, yeah.
So
Pass it off.
I got all my workers in. I was like, hey, I'm gonna need all y'all things real
Dude,
quick. And
that
then-
last 4 years at Candlestick, that was it. Like anybody
Nobody
could
gave
get
a
in
fuck,
that
yeah.
motherfucker.
It's like how Oakland Coliseum is right now. No one gives a
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure they're running like a T-ball game right now.
There was a video of a kid who jumped out, ran, touched every base, and then went back in. And security didn't even security's kind of looked at him like he's gonna get tired.
That kid ended up refereeing half of the game.
He did the whole round, and it was like, dude, he looked winded, and everyone just kind of just watched him like, fuck it, this is my last day at work.
Man, so Jan, do you have any last words or any questions? Oh,
Sorry.
Hey, you almost knocked down the Vizzy, dog.
I had a few interactions with a guy who
Hey, yo.
did your sign painting outside.
Fern?
Fern.
Yeah.
He's a dope dude, and I got one of his T-shirts too, which is I think you guys did that. Right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
with the Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that was
Yep,
early
yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Is that still one screen printer?
Fern was actually like our first like big job that we did at our
dope.
shop when we first
When we
to the
first
shop.
moved in.
That's tight.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was like, well, was that like? Did you make that shirt when you only had one screen printer?
No, I don't know.
I think we just got our first like rotating press, and we're like hella eager to use it. You know,
First big one, yeah.
You know, so
How many colors was that design that you did from?
I think it was like 4, 3 or 4.
6. It was 6 for
It was
sure.
6?
Yeah.
Is that the most you could do? 6?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But we got some tricks to sneak in a couple extra.
Look at you guys,
You know?
man.
Yeah.
It really depends on the graphic, but
That's fucking
Yeah,
tight.
dude.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Lastly is are you guys able to print on a tablet? And can we do a FREE99 tablet?
Oh.
damn. Hey,
Yeah.
we
What
get
is that called?
printed,
You
dude.
use
We
that
get-
word.
Let's see how concave y'all can really get. Yo.
What was that word?
Concave. Let's see how concave we can get, bro.
It's the same shit though.
I say we do a FREE99 Tabo and then a FREE99 8-pack of saltines.
How long you been sitting on that question, bro?
Probably as long as you need that Tabo, dog.
Me or him? Jan's been sitting. Yeah, it's been sitting.
He's like
Hell.
since episode 127.
yeah. Concave. Unless he Googled that as we were talking, he was like, "Yeah, that's that shit."
Yeah, Jan was like, if they say concave, I'm gonna bust this
Yeah.
question.
What's on the top?
Take my hair out my ponytail.
What if they didn't say concave? Then you have to get like a square top, like a fucking.
Hit it at a right angle, right down the crack.
What's that mind game? They look like that fucking pixelated.
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft Tabo. Yeah. Oh, we should do a
Fucking
Minecraft
orange
Tabo.
juice
Anyway.
carton, bro.
Like an OG milk carton.
Government snacks, bro.
It always goes back to the saltines, doesn't it?
Always. 8 stack. Yeah. Yeah, the 4x4.
4x4, all bread.
4x4.
Plus another 4.
Bread sandwich.
Yeah, so yeah, man, that'd be dope though. FREE99 Tabo.
Oh. Like that idea.
No, I
You guys
think-
ever think of merch?
I will have the conversation.
We
got a little idea.
Ponder. We like to ponder things. You know what I mean?
You know, we want to do like some silk screen printing on a barong while somebody's wearing it. That's like straight through and shit.
Hey.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? Oh, actually, that's a good fucking idea.
What you got, Rommel?
Silk screening on barongs, dog. No, I mean, thank you, man. I know I actually have a lot of questions for you after, because I do know some people who want to start some brands. And no shout out to KFC for these fucking overly sweet fucking.
I didn't even tap it.
Yeah. Anyway,
shout out to paper straws.
Yeah, that shit sucks. But yeah, dude. I think it's just crazy how you are kind of like what Gus said, the one-stop shop, and you do it because not only do you see value in kind of like the workflow and having it done, but it's also saving money for the people who you do it for.
No,
man.
for real.
Daly City got it right with y'all.
Yeah.
Um,
No way.
That wasn't supposed to be like prophetic.
They did.
Yeah, my bad.
And if anything, they are non-Daly Cityans giving back to Daly City. So I want y'all to soak that in. Like
soak that shit.
They're in a local spot. They're paying rent.
Yep.
They're supporting the community. So I need you to soak that in. And they're not even like from here, but they out here.
Yeah.
Oh, we repping.
Yes.
We repping
Yes.
hard.
Yes. A lot of love for Daly City, and
It's not just a backdrop for them.
Rommel will say like he's pretty he's still mad about Joe Coy, and
I'm mad
he's
about
still talking
that,
about
yeah. Because
he's still talking about it.
Because there's a difference, right? Joe Coy got a key to the city, right?
Yeah.
And y'all got business of the year, right? Joe Coy used Daly City as a backdrop because a majority of Filipinos are in Daly City is a majority of Filipinos, right? And that's to his audience, right? You give back and create and help other creators within Daly City.
Did he not do that?
I just hope that he opened
I don't
a
know.
wide door
Maybe.
for us to run through. But we'll see how
He
wide that
did though.
door-
As for
Let-
for
time
school me.
will,
for the
time will
color.
tell. Time will
Yeah,
tell.
for the
Yeah,
I'll give him
you know,
that.
I'm
Time
gonna
will
get off
tell.
my soapbox.
But
yeah.
but
Mel
if,
out here cooking.
because you know,
Sorry.
growing up in Vallejo, like that was kind of like the same like mentality. Like
Yeah.
someone kind of made it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you had to either like put your people on or like, you know, you'd start looking at your folks the other way. You know what I mean? And like I think, man, like I think I just lost my train of thought. My bad.
It's okay.
But
Vallejo.
but yeah, I think it's what you said, like the standpoint of us, like coming from somewhere
Yeah.
else and giving back to the city.
Yeah.
The city, you know, did
on,
so
on
much for
ground
us.
level. On
Yeah.
ground level.
Yeah, and like with the whole situation with, you know, Joe Coy, yeah, man, they piggybacked off of, you know, a whole lot of people's work, but at the end of the day, like there's not that much spotlight here. So
Yeah.
we'll see how
that's
big
true.
of a
We'll
door.
take what we can.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll see how big of a door he opened because that's what he claimed. But we'll see what like time will tell, you know?
Yeah.
That would have been easy to be San Francisco,
True.
but
That's
for
a good point. That's a good point.
for Daly City, like to single out Daly City, because he could have said the Bay Area.
I mean, but also
And kept it
Kubert, I
super
feel like
general.
Kubert did more for Daly
He's
City.
from here though, right?
Kubert's from here, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
John Madden.
difference.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that, he has a little pride in it.
I've heard that so many times. We
What?
beat John Madden.
Yeah.
John Madden. He
Madden.
gave us lights at Jeff.
You right, man.
Yeah, he gave us
You
lights
right.
at Jeff.
And y'all give us art.
Ooh, at top. You give it that smoke at top of the hill. I'm just I'm thankful for the time, like, and to see the growth from. I caught your growth via social media because, like, you would always be like, "Pull up, come by, I'm at the shop." And when I literally live across the street, literally live across from that dog park now.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, "Yeah, I will." And it's like always work just cut up. You're like, "I'm here." And you're like, I get like a text 2 hours later though, because you're probably just putting in work. And it's dope, man. Like
bro.
to see y'all grow the community. And shout out to Mondo.
Yeah, Mondo.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I don't know
Can't
you,
wait to meet
but
you.
I
Can't
love
wait
you.
to record the shop and just keep doing it, y'all. And you got
Appreciate
our
you.
support 1,000%.
100.
Yeah.
And if I could, real quick,
No, this is-
yeah, yours.
Mondo wasn't here, but like a little backstory on him.
Please.
He was worked as a single head. He had a single head machine on Mission Street as an embroiderer.
Wow.
And he started off as his company is Off Top, and he's built his whole clientele list for like like how many
6 years.
6 years,
Yeah.
right? And then I don't want to speak on like if it's the pandemic or during that time, but I want to say like a few years ago, like he took a couple year hiatus, and now he's back, and he started up again late last year. Don linked up with him at one of our events.
How'd y'all meet?
So I actually made his logo 6 years ago.
Wow.
Like when he was on mission still.
Okay.
Met him through a mutual friend, and then during the pandemic, he took a hiatus, like a mental health break for his
Those
business.
are healthy, bro.
Yeah, he took a 2-year break, and then when he pulled up to the shop like last December, he was like, I just bought a 2-head machine. I'm gonna get back into it. I was like, bro, just pull up to the shop and just work out of here. So he was renting with us, and then eventually we made him partner like 4 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Shit,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
It goes to show that hard work, man, and just like that gelling, bro.
I love to see that.
Yeah.
And then, just the mic is y'all. So
Yeah.
whatever you
Oh, no.
want to share,
For sure. No,
you know what I mean?
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a workhorse.
No, if you want, if you have any like socials you want to hit out, or, let the people
As
know.
we're about to wrap
Oh,
it
yeah,
up.
no.
Yeah. Social media.
Social media, shout out fucking Graham's Clothing.
Yeah.
Shout out
So Casey.
How can people like gets reach out to you and stuff?
Oh, yeah, hit us up on 13 gallons at 13 gallons, 13gallons.com. Yeah. We're trying to make y'all money. That's what it is.
That's all my Jesus cooking, man.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Episode
178.
I'm sorry, anything before you wrap?
I think, man, we covered a lot, man.
Yeah.
At
About-
13 gallons.
Yeah.
With that
Yeah.
S.
With the S.
We open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6.
Yeah.
Staggered hours, y'all.
You know, our merch collection gonna drop. We're thinking July 4th around that time.
Yeah.
Stay tuned in the
Yeah.
summertime.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna do a grand opening because we're building out a retail space in the front.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
So yeah, next episode we'll get Mondo on here.
Did you have so the fake wall in the middle is just
it's
open.
gone,
It's
man.
gone.
It's
We took it
gone,
out.
bro.
This vintage look is fucking bananas. This shit is like
Episode
178.
this is the FREE99 podcast. Thank you to 13 gallons.
Yes.
13 gallons.
One love.
The Art Foundation.
The art, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Right on, man. Appreciate y'all rocking. Appreciate y'all rocking, man.